Will, the member for Blacktown.
Thank you, Speaker. Tonight I rise to talk about a new plan that's been tabled for consultation with the community. It's called the Blacktown Development Control Plan. It's an opportunity to reset the policies for developers and future development and have the public have their say in how would they like their CBD to look like into the future. And also I wanted to put on record, as the member for Riverstone's here, he's been advocating and had the state government involved in working with council and the community in developing a DCP for the Riverstone, or master plan for the Riverstone area, which is a good way to look at how to progress. Western Sydney has been developing at a fast pace, and unfortunately the city of Blacktown, for whatever reason, has been kind of left off. Even though it's the fastest growing, I know everyone likes putting this title to themselves, but Blacktown is the fastest growing local government in Australia. 12,000 people a year have moved in consistently, according to the ABS, over the last 10 years. Yet Liverpool, Campbelltown, Fairfield, Parramatta, Castle Hill, Penrith have all developed, and Blacktown has unfortunately been overlooked. That in itself is probably an advantage, a disadvantage at the moment if you're living in the area, but an advantage that we have an opportunity, a brownfield site with limited number of owners in certain areas, and we can actually produce the city of the future. Blacktown will pass Tasmania's population by 2035. But we don't have a Hobart or a Darwin to call home in the middle of Blacktown CBD. So this is our opportunity to make a difference. Looking at whether it's a nighttime economy, live music, town squares is so important to get the people involved. What can make Blacktown different? Blacktown, to a large extent, with 188 different nationalities, and a love for festivals is an important aspect that should be incorporated, especially if you can wrap it into a CBD area. I remember being on one of my holidays in Bydgoszcz in Poland. There's a town square about 100 metres by 110 metres wide. You can fit in like 10 to 12,000 people into the city centre for an exciting time. There is no CBD in the Sydney Basin that has that type of town square right in the middle of its CBD. And we could actually do that in Blacktown with major railway lines, bus routes, etc. that are connecting to it. We could actually be the festival capital of the Sydney Basin. If we look at the success of the Ramadan festivals, where basically if you want to go anywhere near Lakemba, you've got to park 3 suburbs away. Imagine doing it where you've got plenty of potential parking on site, build it in the Blacktown area. Unfortunately, council sold 6 acres or 25,000 square metres right in the middle to Walkers Corporation, and they want to convert some of this area, and they've put out a DCP that actually wants to convert the main street of Flushcombe, well, Main Street is an actual street in Blacktown, but Flushcombe Road, which is another major thoroughfare, want to turn it into a street pedestrian mall. Now, they were all exciting back in the 1980s. So many streets were converted into pedestrian malls right across Western Sydney, and most of them have been converted back into streets, including the one in Blacktown and Penrith, etc. But the thing is, there is no traffic plan. There is no supporting documents that are supplied with the Blacktown Council's DCP. It actually is talking about having parking that is 25% of what the current needs are. If people know of West Point Shopping Centre, some approximately 110,000 square metres of shopping, a pretty big shopping centre, currently has 4,600 car parking spaces. According to the proposed DCP, the maximum number of car parking spaces at an equivalent shopping centre of that would require is 1,400. The Walker proposal is $2.5 billion. It's about twice to 3 times the size of the existing West Point, and yet it's going to have quarter of the car parking spaces. And actually what we've seen today, that the DCP actually talks about maximum car parking spaces. It doesn't have a minimum. So you could actually bring in a new shopping centre into Blacktown with zero parking. This is the opportunity for the people of Blacktown to speak out. We want good, sustainable development. We need to have proper thoroughfare. You have till Friday to put in your submission. Let's get this deferred. Let's have better public consultation.
Private members